Lasst sie sterben! Töte jeden einzelnen von ihnen. Sorge dafür, dass sie zuerst gefoltert werden. Ich will ihre Todesschreie hören, bevor sie sterben. Lass ihr Fleisch schmelzen. Lass ihre Knochen knacken und brechen, während sie nach ihren Müttern schreien. Brich ihnen die Kinnlade. Brich ihnen die Arme. Wir werden sie mit giftigen Gasen ausräuchern. Ich werde dafür sorgen, dass sie wie Hunde behandelt werden. Sie müssen sterben. Sie müssen sterben. Klopft an ihre Häuser, tretet sie. Triff sie. Zerrt sie aus ihren Häusern und setzt sie auf die Züge. Bringt sie nach Auschwitz. Der letzte ihrer Tage muss hier sein. Mit dem Teufel. Ha, 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 ha.
This is Auschwitz, a concentration camp established by the Nazis where the Jews were taken to and immediately on arrival separated from their families. A place where they were treated poorly, forced to live under harsh conditions, were extremely tortured and ultimately killed by gassing them in the gas chambers. Sounds terrifying, right? Well, unfortunately, this is history. This is what truly happened, as inhumane as it sounds. Let's get into it. A story of tragedy, torture, indescribable pain, heavy emotions, death and separation, but also at the same time, triumph, resilience, strength, courage and hope. Auschwitz was a concentration and an extermination camp established by Nazi Germany during World War II in Poland. It has become a symbol of the Holocaust, with the death of nearly 6 million Jews along with millions of others who were deemed undesirable by the Nazis. It consisted of 3 main camps: Auschwitz I, the original concentration camp; Auschwitz II, Birkenau, an extermination camp with gas chambers; and the third, Monowitz, a labor camp. It was built by the Nazis in the 1940s and it played a central role in the final solution, a plan to exterminate all Jewish people from Europe. Well, let's dive a bit deeper into what exactly is the final solution. In September 1939, the Nazis invaded Poland and officially began World War II. The German military and the police units, the SS, were instructed to carry out annihilation of the Jews. And in the wake of Germany's military expansion, a campaign of mass murders of the Jews were carried out. In January 1942, the Nazi leaders, their representatives and the government committee members met at what was known as the Wannsee Conference, where they coordinated their efforts to effectively exterminate the Jewish population. This was known as the final solution. Many films have been produced showing the cruel reality of what happened in Auschwitz, which provide a visual representation of the horrors of these events. I recommend you definitely go watch them, as all of these are true stories and most of the sources for the descriptions are from Holocaust survivors themselves, and some are from the carefully protected documentations from the prisoners who were at these concentration camps. Despite impossible odds and brutality, many Jews resisted. They carried out acts of sabotage, smuggling of weapons, and even organized uprisings. Some Jews even fled to the forests, where they formed partisan units which consisted of Jewish and the non-Jewish members who united to fight against Nazism. In 1945, the Russian army liberated Auschwitz. Adolf Hitler committed suicide and the war came to an end. In the shadow of Auschwitz, where humanity's darkest chapters were written in the blood of the innocents, we find not only a haunting reminder of the depths of human cruelty, but also a compelling call to action. As educated young adults, you stand at the intersection of history and the future, carrying a crucial responsibility of ensuring that such horrors are never repeated. The stories of the millions who suffered within these barbed wires and brick walls must not be confined to the pages of history, but should resonate within our hearts and minds, fueling our commitment towards tolerance, understanding, and acceptance. In a world that is becoming increasingly interconnected, embracing diversity is not just a moral imperative but of practical necessity. Our differences in race, gender, religion, and belief should be celebrated, for our differences are what enrich the tapestry of the human existence. As you move forward, let the memory of those who suffered within these walls be a guiding light, illuminating a path to a world where compassion triumphs over cruelty and love prevails over hatred.